Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about that module number 1, that is Introduction to Power System Protection. Here we are going to discuss about that performance of protective relaying. So let us discuss about that performance of protective relays. When a fault occurs in a particular zone of the power system, actually the primary relay of the zone is expected to operate and to isolate the faulty element. However, for every primary relay, there is a backup relays which are surrounded that area, which may also alert by the fault and begin to operate. But if the primary relay is operated, then there is no need to operate the backup relay. But the backup relays do not initiate tripping if the primary relays operate correctly. Therefore, information regarding operation of these backup relays is not available when they do not trip. The backup relay operates if due to any reason, then primary relay fails to operate. So always wherever the problem has been takes place in any one zone of protection, definitely the primary relay has to operate and it gives that command signal to the circuit breaker as to trip it. If at any reason the primary relay may fail to operate, then only the backup relays to generate or to produce or to give the command signal to the appropriate circuit breaker as to isolate that faulty element, not the healthy element of the system or to the supply. Though several primary relays are employed in many protection systems, but frequently only one of the relays actually initiates tripping of the circuit breaker. So the purpose of primary relay is to provide that primary protection and to trip the circuit breaker. There may be no direct evidence regarding the other relays being in a correct operating mode at here, because we are performing that performance only with one primary relay only, but we are not checking that performance of that same condition with the backup relay. So there is no any proper document or any evidence where we have to check the performance of backup relays which are takes place apart at behind these primary relays. So the performance of protective relay is documented by those relays that provide direct or specific evidence of operation. So the performance of protective relay we can identify based upon the relay performance. Therefore, the relay performance is generally classified as three categories. One is called as correct operation, another one is called as incorrect operation, and the last one is called as no conclusion. Therefore, the performance of a relay is going to study in three modes of operation. One is called as correct operation, incorrect operation, and no conclusion. Let us see that performance of relay at three different modes of operation. So let us discuss about that first operation mode, which is called as correct operation mode. What is meant by a correct operation mode? First of all, a correct operation mode, nothing but a correct operation of the relay, which can be either wanted or unwanted, because the correct operation gives indication about the correct operation of at least one of the primary relay. Then operation of none of the backup relays to trip for the fault. Proper isolation of the trouble area in the expected time. Hence it is called as the correct operation. Therefore, the performance of the relay depends upon the correct operation. The correct operation of the relay can be either wanted or unwanted. It depends upon the indication. Therefore, the correct operation may have at least one of the primary relay, operation of none of the backup relay. So while we are operating that primary relay, there is no need to operate that backup relay. So the performance of primary relay While we are taken into count, by that time the operation has to be done only with primary relay, not to operate with backup relay. Then only we can give that it perform that correct operation, and also it has to isolate that faulty element of the system from the healthy section of the system. Therefore, trouble area we are going to isolate within the expected time, then only it made that correct operation, otherwise whose operation is not in correct manner. So almost all relay operations are corrected and wanted because the operation is as per plan and program. If it happened, it's a correct operation. There are few cases of the correct but unwanted operation, that is, if all relays and associated equipment perform correctly when their operation is not desired or anticipated also. We are not checking that performance in that case. Even the requirement is wanted or unwanted, whatever it may be, but if it is not affecting any problem, we are not taken into count that operation. Therefore, it is called as correct but unwanted operation. It's because of eagerness, it's because of more reliable, this kind of things has been happened at here. Next one, incorrect operation. An incorrect operation is because a failure, a malfunction, or an unplanned or an unanticipated operation of the protective system results in incorrect operation of the relay. Therefore, the incorrect operation of the relay, it's because of either fault or failure has been takes place, or it is a misoperation, or it's an unplanned operation, or it is an unanticipated operation which performs that incorrect operation of the relay. The incorrect operation of the relay can cause either incorrect isolation of an unfaulted area. Unfaulted area has been isolated from the another unfaulted area. The failure to isolate a faulted area. These are the some of the causes how it happens incorrect operation. The reasons for incorrect operation can be any one of the combination. For example, the first one is misapplication of relays, then incorrect settings, personal errors, equipment malfunction. So one is equipment which is not at function good, it's because of aging factor, losing mechanism, losing spring force. Then personal errors, where the equipment which is made up with poor quality materials, so settings which is not perform well, and misapplication, where we place that it should be wrong. These are the various reasons why an incorrect operation has been performed by one relay. Next, equipment that can cause an incorrect operation, it includes CT's problem, or VT's problem, or relays problem, or breaker problem, cable problem, wiring problem, pilot channel problem, or station batteries problem. With all these reasons, there is a cause to get an incorrect operation. And next one, the performance of a relay, we can also study no conclusion. What is meant by no conclusion? When one or more relays have operated, such as the tripping of the circuit breaker, but no cause of operation can be found. That means not required, but a operation has been done. Without requirement, if an operation has been done, in that case it doesn't require any conclusion, hence it is called as a no conclusion one. So neither any evidence of a power system fault or trouble nor apparent failure of the equipment causes the extremely frustrating situation. So the total no conclusion operation has been done, it's because of extremely frustrating situation. That case only this kind of operation has been done, hence that kind of study is called as no conclusion operation. Thus, the cases of no conclusion involves considerable concern and thorough investigation It is suspected that many of the cases of no conclusion may be the result of personal involvement which is not yet reported. That means unwantedly, wherever we place some circuit breakers or wherever we place like power system equipment which is not required, where it perform well and it is not given any fault again to her or again to us or again to our continuity of electrical power supply, that kind of operation which is called as no conclusion operation, it does not create the new faults but unnecessarily where the equipment has been operating. That's why nowadays for such cases we are using modern devices like modern oscillographs, data recording equipments which are being used in many power systems often provide direct evidence or clues regarding to that problem. That means to record the fault event like modern oscillographs and to record that voltage, line current, line power, we are using the data recording equipment where we are converting that raw data into useful data and we are converting that one into identifying the problems. If it is required, then only we have to accommodate or place a required power system protective device, otherwise it is not required. So this is about that no conclusion. Therefore, the performance of one relay depends upon that three kinds of studies. One is called as correct operation, another one is called as incorrect operation, and third one is called as no conclusion. Thank you.